What's up, everybody? Okay, the narrative on the 49ers offseason. The criticism are saying that we have the most pressure. I disagree. Why I disagree? Because the pressure is on the Rams. The Rams gave up so many draft capital just to get another quarterback. They decided to get Matthew Stafford because they realized that drafting Goff at the time when they had Jeff Fisher as a head coach, and then Sean McVay thought he can turn Goff into something. It just wasn't working out. So I think the Rams are the team with the most pressure, man. I think the Rams are the most overhyped team, but since we made some aggressive business decision moves, they're leaning towards us with the most pressure. I mean, you could make an argument, but people are forgetting about the Arizona Cardinals. Look at what they're doing in the offseason. Are you forgetting about the moves they're making? Why does it have to be the 49ers? Why does it have to be the team with the most pressure? We're the team that came with the most injuries. So you can't throw the pressure. Sure, a couple seasons ago we were in the Super Bowl, or you can say in 2019 we were. But the pressure on us is not even in the conversation. It's not. It is not on the conversation. I mean, if you're making some good business decision moves in free agency, it doesn't really mean we have the most pressure. I think we just have nothing to lose because you look at it this way: the Rams, they're trying to make a desperate move, and we're just trying to pull a risky move. So we're gambling our future for a quarterback. But for the Rams are just wasting so many cap space, and we're still able to maneuver some cap space. So people just need to understand that we're able to maneuver those picks and cap space. So even by next year, more than likely Jimmy G's gone. So that's going to save enough cap space to get Fred Warner a big contract. That's going to be enough to sign some other players because that's what's going to happen. That's the plan. So Jimmy G's been a liability. Are you going to depend on a guy who can't even stay healthy? Are you going to count on this guy? You gave this guy so many chances. At some point, enough is enough. So the narrative on us is we got to hit a great draft. We got to hit the home run on this pick. The number 3 pick has to be a really, really good pick. It has to be a pick that becomes our franchise quarterback. And whatever in the second or third round, the remaining of those draft picks, we got to hit the ballpark. We got to hit the ballpark because this is an opportunity to take it back, run it back. But in order for that to happen, is the expectation is not that big. I think the expectation of this year is if we can make it to the playoffs. That's about it. If we can make it to the playoffs, then it's anybody's guess. But let's just tone down the expectation. Let's tone it down. Tone it down. Like I'm not gonna high hope my team going back. No. It's lower the expectations. Be honest. Like you don't know what you're getting out of the 49ers. Can we stay healthy? Can we stay healthy? That's been the issue is durability. We signed so many freaking players with a lot of money. And what's going on is they're spending their money on the medical bills. They're spending time on the trainers than they are on the field. So how are we going to be the team with the most pressure? I don't understand that part. I look at all the criticism and the pressure. The team with the most pressure to win that division, they're saying the 49ers. Are you kidding me? Are you guys not even throwing the Rams out there? The Rams are pretty much going all in for Stafford. They're doing a lot. They're bringing back an edge rusher. They're building up to be competitive. I mean, I can understand if you're not going to throw Seattle there because they don't make splashy moves. They don't get talked about. But nobody's talking about Arizona. Don't they have the most pressure? Didn't they just make better moves than the 49ers? Besides signing Trent Williams and other players? Sure, we're making smart moves and we're actually clearing up cap space. But what is the most pressure? There's no pressure. It's the Rams. The Rams have the most pressure in the NFC West. You don't realize it. Sean McVay is just, he's got the expectation. I think this is where Sean McVay has to be on the hot seat. Shanahan doesn't even have to worry about it. He's got a mega contract. Why would he be too worried? He's going to make a gamble. He's going to risk it. He's going to go for the quarterback at number 3 because he knows in a couple more years it's going to depend on his job security, but he's in good hands. What he's going to do is take a gamble. He's going to take a gamble. So whoever they get at number 3, it's going to have to be a game-changing quarterback, somebody who can win games and win some Super Bowls. But that's not the expectation yet. You know, you got to take it year by year, one game at a time, month to month. You know, you got to take it step by step. But the brick by brick, it's just kind of like showing signs of like you making the stepping stones, and then it starts to crumble. Then you got to remake it again. You got to keep building that brick right. And then if it keeps crumbling, you have to go back again. So we got to get some durability. The only expectation I see out of my team is if we can make it through the season really healthy, then we have a chance. But no. The problem is we have too many players made of glass. So the narrative on the 49ers is if we just get a perfect draft class, okay, if we hit the ballpark, then the pressure will be on us. But I don't see it. We're just making system fit players that fit the team in general. We're making splashy moves, but they're not big names. Like the only one that was a bigger name is Trent Williams. Then you had some of the core players. I mean, Samson Abukum is not a big flashy name. We paid this guy like $6.5 million to be our edge rusher. So that's not a big name. I mean, Emmanuel Mosley, he's not a big name either. Jason Verrett, when healthy, he was good. But he's not a big name. Kyle Juszczyk, sure. We paid this fullback some top dollars for the position. So that is a big deal right there. But we don't use them much. That's the problem. So you look at the other players. I mean, damn. So we bring in a lot of the core players. I didn't expect much. Okay, we brought back Jaquiski Tartt, which he's very good when healthy. So we bring back some other core players. Very little in free agency we signed. Zach Kerr is probably the most underrated pickup, I think. Then you include Tavon Wilson, very underrated pickup. I mean, you look at other signings, they're not the big flashy names. So I don't know about the pressure. The pressure has to be the Rams because Sean McVay is desperate. Sean McVay is panicking. Sean McVay is doing whatever he can to overtake that division for decades. That's what the Rams are trying to do. They don't care about salary cap space. They care about building a Madden team. The Arizona Cardinals, you don't expect much out of them. They're trying to build more of a college team, like a team in the Big 12 who could run a freaking spread offense. Seattle, you don't expect nothing less. They'll still be trying to be more competitive, but as it depends on how good Russell Wilson can take them. That's the only difference with Seattle. They're only as good as what Russell Wilson can do. I mean, other than that, it's always been their defense is trash. It's always been about their offensive line. It's always been that way. But as long as Russell Wilson is as good as he is, Seattle's always going to make the playoffs, whether you like it or not. So the 49ers just have very little glaring holes, and they'll be okay. But my prediction for the season is I'm not going to predict it right now. So you got to be honest. When healthy, I say 11-5. Injuries at worst, 6-10. I just see it that way. If I'm wrong, like the previous years, hell, bro, I'd be okay with the 13 wins or whatever, as long as we keep on going. But still, you got to be realistic. You got to be honest. I mean, I don't expect Super Bowl. I don't expect that. No. If we can make the playoffs and make a strong push, then it's possible, but you take it one step at a time, man. So I don't give a shit about the fucking expectation. The Rams are the most fucking overrated team. They fucking trash. They are a disgrace to the franchise. They have a fucking good defense. It's just they don't have a quarterback. Jared Goff, right? Why'd you pay this guy $30 freaking million to be on your fucking bench from a backup quarterback? That guy couldn't fucking do shit. He had 2 good seasons, yeah. What's up, man? But you're going to pay a guy $30 million and then 2 years you're going to trade him to the fucking Lions? That's a fucking dumb move by the Rams. The Rams are pretty much one of the stupidest teams in the NFL. Why would you pay a running back top dollars and you cut that motherfucker the next year? Why would you do that? And then you're going to sign a receiver that you fucking traded. You trade him to the fucking Texans. You trade all kinds of fucking teams and franchise. Like the Rams are just one of the fucking dumbest teams. How the fuck are you going to trade away your best talents because of your fucking head coach? He's a fucking idiot sometimes. You don't trade away your fucking franchise. I mean, you're going to go all in for Stafford, right? You're going to go all in for Stafford, so you better hope he pays off because he doesn't win playoffs. Look at the games against the Cowboys. Anybody can beat the Cowboys in the playoffs, but fucking Stafford couldn't. You don't fucking waste investment. Arizona Cardinals, you don't expect nothing fucking less from them. They seem to be a Cinderella team that you want to hype about. Kyler Murray, he's supposed to be your little miracle, the guy who can save the day. But he ain't shit. But I am an Oklahoma fan. He's very athletic. He's very good. But he just hasn't been consistent. So I'm being straightforward. I know football, bro. I play the game. So shut the fuck up, you bitch ass. Get the fuck out of here. You don't know what consistency is with the fucking Cardinals. The Cardinals just seem like a disappointing franchise. They don't seem to fucking excel. Like the moment they make it further, they just choke. I mean, the Seattle Seahawks, they got the most better coaching staff. Just the defense needs to be better. That's all they need to be. If their defense is good and their offensive line is a little bit better, then you can see Seattle contending. But nah, they got the receivers. They got a really good tight end that they got from the Rams. So you look at the defense. If they just had a better defense, they can be very competitive. Yeah, they're trying to rebuild. Yeah, you can see a lot of competitiveness with the team in general, but it's nothing but that way, man. But you look at the 49ers, just the injuries. If we're just healthy, we'd be good. But nah, you can't even fucking count on our team. When it comes down to the depth, we seem to have the best depth, but then it seems to come down to the practice squad. So you can make a case that we just don't have the fucking guys to stay healthy. If we had the talent to stay healthy, then you seen the previous years. We made it all the way down to the playoffs. We made it to the Super Bowl. So there's no doubt that we do have the best talent. It's just the ability to stay healthy. Jimmy G, I guess you can say he's going to be gone by next year. So I don't think we're going to trade him this year. Maybe next year. Because you want to save some cap space, get your quarterback to get ready for next year. Whether it's Trey Lance, Justin Fields, I mean, that's the guy you want to develop. So that would be your project, yeah. I mean, Trey Lance seems like that perfect guy. He seems like a Russell Wilson that you can build around. What about Nick Mullins? He's trash. He's garbage. He's nothing but special. He's just a piece of What are you going to do about him? He's a free agent. We're not going to sign him. He's available. He's got elbow surgery. So we signed Josh Rosen. Everything else takes care of itself. So that's about it. So let's see. I see a lot of glaring holes, but not that big. Probably need to sign a couple cornerbacks, and then I think we'll be all right. Safety depth is solid. Linebacker depth is good. We just signed a guy from the Eagles named Nathan Gary. Seems like a versatile linebacker who can cover, but seems like a work in progress. A lot of Eagle fans were telling me that he ain't that great. So maybe he's more of a depth piece. Then you sign Mohamed Sanu, which he's a lot cheaper. and he's probably going to play the similar role to Kendrick Bourne. More than likely, we'll draft a receiver. So that's all it is. So you look at the depth-wise, the offensive line on paper looks good, but can the quarterback stay healthy? Can the receiver stay healthy? Can just the defense? Can the defense actually stay more healthy? I mean, edge rush. The edge rush. If we can just get the pass rush to stay healthy, we can be really good. Linebacker is the best step we got. Cornerback, we still need to address. I mean, you're signing Emmanuel Mosley to a 2-year deal, which he's only going to be the short-term answer. Jason Verrett's a 1-year deal. Quan Williams, 1-year deal. Like, we still need to get a cornerback long-term. Dante Johnson, 1-year deal. I mean, Ken Webster, Adonis Alexander, those are the guys we have for 1 year. So that's still a glaring need. I heard rumors we might get Richard Sherman. Good luck with that. I heard about that part, yeah. But I don't know, man. It's a glaring need. Yeah, we signed a tight end from the Broncos. I don't know if he's good. Saints actually have the talent. The Saints can actually, if the Saints can just get a quarterback, if they can just get a quarterback, but I don't think Jameis Winston's the answer. I don't really think he's the answer. Because, I mean, if he was the answer, he would stay in Tampa Bay. If New Orleans just had a quarterback, I know Breeze is old. He's old as hell, but still, for that kind of supporting cast, you would think Drew Brees would excel at this point, you know? But I think if the Saints just had a quarterback, if they can get somebody like Mac Jones or somebody who can get the job done, then you can take the Saints into a serious contender. But it's like they're still going to have to compete with the Bucks, and Carolina Panthers are on the verge to be up and coming competitive team, because the Panthers they got really interesting offense. Like, you got 2 of their best receivers. You got DJ Moore, who's an actual like a number 1 receiver, and then you got Robbie Anderson as another receiver. The tight end, they probably just need to get a tight end. They should be good. McCaffrey, when healthy, he's a really good all-purpose back. The quarterback position is probably the only thing they need to get. Teddy Bridgewater isn't the answer, so maybe they do go get a quarterback. Yeah, nobody can trust Jameis Winston, dude. The guy threw 30 interceptions with the Bucks. He did put up good numbers, but he just couldn't like be less on turnovers, but still. The Saints, they could just play Taysom Hill, but people keep saying that Taysom Hill's a gadget quarterback. I don't know. Taysom Hill's more like you can use him in a lot of ways, but he does have a strong arm. I think his talent is really good. He can throw a 50-yard pass deep. That's part of the reason why you guys lost to the Vikings, but he did throw a deep ball. Taysom Hill threw a deep ball that Brees couldn't throw no more. For some reason, Drew Brees used to throw those deep balls, but not anymore. His arm was kind of like whatever. It's like he lost a grip of the arm strength. But Taysom Hill, for some reason, that guy threw the ball really good on that playoff game where he threw the ball right there, yeah. Yeah, Taysom Hill's like your do-it-all player. You can put him at receiver, running back, special teams. I mean, you can even put him at your linebacker spot, and he'll make the plays. I mean, this guy is a jack of all trades. This guy could be like your tight end if you wanted to. But I think he is a really good player. Very underrated. Just, I don't know if you guys would want to play him at quarterback. He didn't do too bad. He's decent. He just needs more playing time, more experience. I think Taysom Hill is like at that point where he's like going to be 31 years old. He's mobile as hell. The arm talent is really good. Like, he's very thick built, so he is built like he can be a running back. I mean, this guy is like built like Tim Tebow, but this guy's got a better arm talent. I mean, I think you got to give him a chance. I probably would trust. I would trust Taysom Hill over Jameis Winston any day of the week. If I were a Saints fan, I would put my trust on Taysom Hill, because at least I'm not going to have a lot of mistakes. At least I'm not going to turn the ball over. At least I'm going to manage the game. Winston can't even do that. So I don't know why.
Winston has it really good, bro. Winston has the talent, but he just can't like improve his decision making. That's been the issue with Jameis Winston is decision making. The guy's he's very inconsistent. Taysom Hill, he's not going to be a flashy stats quarterback. He's just going to be your game manager, but he's very athletic. He can change. Dude, he's mobile, bro. Who's going to fucking touch the guy? Who's going to tackle the guy? I mean, this guy is just like a Swiss Army knife. So I think if Saints were to play Taysom Hill, I think they'll probably win 10 games because he's not like he probably would do at least enough to get into the playoffs. But if they played a better quarterback, I can see them be a lot better than what they are. They got the talent. It's just, even with Taysom Hill, they should be good. All right, Nosedar, I'll see you later, bro. All right, man.